conviction last night. I just wondered if you could speak a bit more about what that means. I mean, is that sort of technical thing in your mind, or is it more of a psychological thing?
A bit of both. A bit of both. That you want that responsibility. So when the ball falls to you, that you kind of you embrace that in that moment. So that's a sort of a mental thing. And secondly, it's the conviction in your technique to execute. And not rush or not sort of be in a position where you think you have to do something that is way out from the norm of what you normally do. So look, goal scoring it's the hardest thing in football. We know that, but at the same time, I think there's a methodology and a kind of mindset that when you get into those areas that if you follow and you're really disciplined in your approach and have conviction in what you're doing, you can give yourself a better chance. And when you look at last night, we've got some great areas, some great opportunities, and we didn't really test the goalkeeper or test the opposition.
Was there a danger, do you think, that with all the kind of focus on the start and the identity and everything, that the players are trying to get a bit carried away with that and they can't forget just to actually, you have to score, you have to win the game as well?
Not in that way, but I do think there is always, and again, wherever I've been, it's been a similar experience where sometimes it creeps into the mindset of the players that the football alone will give you that. So we play a certain way, and if we play a certain way, we're definitely going to score and we're definitely going to win, and that's not the case. There's still an execution bit. There's still, what they bring as people to finish all that stuff off. So, if you look at our football, you'd say, okay, we were very dominant, particularly in the first half, but that's proven that that's not enough. If you really want to sort of finish that off, then you've got to be able to execute. So the football won't do that. That has to be the individual and the team as a collective.
This has been a sort of an issue with this club for a long time, lack of killer instinct, I guess. Previous managers have talked about it. How do you go about solving that?
By not shying away from it. You just got to work at it. I think you can work at it by being disciplined. By being continually exposed to those kind of conditions, training during games, and not shying away from it. Because if you're going to play at a big club, and a big club where they have success, then that's the responsibility you have. You can't just sort of shy away from that. That's the reality of it. So, from my perspective, that's why I'm unwavering in what we're doing. I'm not going to let us off the hook by saying, yeah, we played some good football last night and that's enough. No, it's not. If we want to get to where we want to, and like I said, we've still got a long way to go, we've got to accomplish that part of it as well.
Son used the word soft last night in his interview after the match. Do you quite like seeing your captain being strict? Do you leave it to him to police the players and tell them what's what?
Yeah, look, again, with the players, I allow them to get to the space they want to. I give them a clear idea about what I think, and then it's how they embrace that and how they then execute that, what they think themselves. But when I spoke to them last night, it wasn't about again, our football. It was about understanding that our football will get us to a certain point, and if we want to get beyond that point, that's where we've got to really, like I said, be disciplined and have conviction about who we are and what we want to do. And it's only natural at the beginning of a cycle that there's going to be some gaps there, and that's where our gaps are.
Long before you came in, rivals have sort of thrown that Spursy tag around the club. Does that, I presume you knew about that before coming here? And I mean, what's it like working here with rivals slapping out on you? Is that sort of? That's schoolyard stuff. What I need to know is that this club hasn't won anything for 15 years. That's all I need to know. Now, why that is, and why other people may think that is, that's, whatever tag you put that's the reality, yeah. And there's no going away from that. There's no point in me
trying to disguise that, or anyone else at this football club trying to disguise that. If you want to be successful, then you, like most organisations, you've got to learn from the mistakes of the past, you've got to come up with a plan, and you've got to stick to it, as I said last week. And whatever sort of tags other people want to put on it, that can't be your motivation. That can't be what drives you. What's got to drive you is, like I said, that, you know, if you want to bring success, you've got to have a clear idea of how you're going to go about it and then stick to the process.
Just on Brennan, you pointed out, he's a young player, he's at the start of his journey. He was also signed for quite a lot of money for Tottenham. I know the fees these days are mad, but it was an expensive fee. I was wondering, do you get any sense that fees weighing in there?
Again, he's joined a big football club. You know, you can't play for a big football club and hide away. It doesn't happen. You know, if you want to play for, you look at any player who goes to a big football club, that's where they want to be. They want the responsibility. They want the limelight. They want to be the person that, you know, makes that difference. And that's why Brendan came here. He could very easily have stayed at Nottingham Forest, where, again, you know, he was making a great career for himself, but he wanted to get out of his comfort zone because he'd been there for so long, and he chose to come to a big club. Well, that's part of being at a big club, and I know he knows that, but that's not just an overnight thing. You know, he will come to embrace that, I'm sure. You know, we've seen, you know, elements of his game that are very, very exciting, you know, and we just got to get him to do that more now and believe in himself more. And I know that'll come. You know, I've got full faith it'll come. I've seen it in him. But you know, like any other process, you know, with young players and young people, they've got to get to that space. You try and help them to get there as quickly as possible, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer.
Just that message about the responsibility of being at a big club and what comes with that seems quite relevant to Charleston as well. I know he's just come back from injury. He's obviously had a difficult time, you know, at least from a goal scoring point of view since he's been here, but it feels like, particularly with the injuries, and particularly if Son might miss the game, this is his chance, this is his time. Do you feel like, presumably you want him to step up now, and that's the...
It's not about wanting him to step up, but like you said, that's the opportunity, you know, and you know, again, with all footballers, that's all you can really ask for. There's nothing more that, you know, a club or a manager can provide for you, but, you know, the basic framework of saying, well, here's an opportunity for you, and, you know, your opportunity now exists to, you know, make your own mark and make an impact. So, you know, I mean, it's great to have him back, you know, and fair to say he looks a lot freer and better physically than he did earlier in the year when he was kind of struggling through things. So, you know, it seems like the intervention, in terms of the medical intervention, has been positive for him. You know, he's short of some match fitness, but it was good to get him, you know, on last night for a bit more time. And, you know, we're going to need him. We're going to need all the guys, because like I said, the group we've got at the moment is what we're going to have between now and sort of foreseeable future. So, you know, they're the ones that are going to have to sort of turn the fortunes around.